Make sure you guys check out www.procivic.com for all your 9th gen and Civic needs. And also make sure you guys check out www.blinkingbrakelights.com for blinking brake light tail bulbs, which can help you better be seen and safe out in traffic. Use the code GOT10 at checkout for 10% off. Alright, well, let's get ready for today's video, shall we? God, I love that RV rumble. Let's take you guys out for a little spin. So what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy Gata Malika, and today we're taking a ride in Harley, the R32 Skyline I bought not too long ago. So in today's vlog slash video slash whatever, I'm going to be talking about, is it a good idea to daily drive an R32 or any JDM car for that matter? Because I know a lot of you guys who clicked on this video want to know if it's a smart idea. Sorry, I think I'm catching a cold, but oh, these brakes though. Anyways, so let's just get right to it, right? So for those of you who don't know and haven't been caught up, I purchased a 1993 Skyline GTST from Japanese Classics, and I've had this car for a little over 2 weeks. I think I'm going into my 3rd week here. It's a great car. It's not fast by any means, but it's so much fun to drive. And it has 35,000 original miles on it. I think I put about 1,000 miles since then. Ever since I had temp tags on it, I've been driving it every day. So here comes the question. Is it a good idea to drive this car every day? My answer to you is absolutely not. It's not a good idea. It might seem like a good idea in theory, but it's really not, because you got to think of a couple of factors, which I'm going to mention now. So one of the factors is that you're driving a right-hand drive car, right? And if you live in a suburban area or in an urban area like myself, you're putting yourself out there at a lot more risk. And what I mean by that is you could get hit at any moment and anybody can total your car, right? And that's just not, in my opinion, that's just not a good idea. As fun as this car is to drive every single day, I don't have to drive it much. You know, to and from work, it's like, you know, maybe 4 or 5 miles, right? So for me, it's no big deal to drive the car to and from work, because it's a really short distance between work and the house. So for me, it was a little bit practical, not to mention that I wanted to make sure the car was in really good running order before I decided to park it, because after the weather is warmer and things like that, I'm going to put this in the garage and Clementine's going to be out and be driving Clementine a lot, etc., right? So this car right here has a fair amount of surface rust underneath the car, more than what I would have liked, but nothing that's not it's not anything structural, which is good. So I'm going to be undercoating the car during the summer, and hopefully that's going to work out pretty well for me. So it's raining. I wish I could do pull-ups for you guys, but it's just not a good idea. These skinny tires, they barely get any grip. So not to mention also, different wheels are going to be going on this car. I'm going to make a whole separate video of like what's going to be happening to this car another time. But another factor as to why it's not a good idea to daily drive this car is the gas mileage. The gas mileage is absolutely terrible. It's like, I don't know, the highest I got it was like 18 miles a gallon, and these cars just run pig rich from the factory, and you know, and just the fact that I do mostly city driving from here and work, I think it's a 13-gallon tank, which is really, really small. It's about like, I think it's even smaller than my Civic. So, and my Civic, I think that getting 300 miles per tank is pretty bad. This only gets about 150 miles per tank, which is terrible. It is absolutely terrible. And another reason why, and this is the main reason that I'm going to touch on as to why it's not a good idea to daily drive this car, it's because if something breaks, it's very hard to find parts for it. It's unbelievable. If you plan to go, oh no, it's not that bad, there's a lot of interchangeable parts between like other Nissans and things like that. Yes, although that's partially true, if you break something like anything on the RB motor, good luck trying to find parts for it. There's lots of good websites out there that give you options, lots of forums, Facebook group pages, and all this other stuff that allows you to have access to some of these parts. But it's just not worth it if you're driving the car every day and you're putting yourself at that kind of risk. So that's pretty much it. Other than that, I mean, daily driving this car is fun. You can. I'm not saying you can't. But it's just all in all, it's generally just not a good idea. The attention you get also, I mean, it's incredible. Like, people look at you. I've had people, like, I can't tell you how many times people have tried to race me. It's not a good look. So, like, if you think that kind of attention is good, I mean, any kind of publicity is good publicity, but, you know, God forbid a cop pull you over, and I know in some states, if he issues you, like, a repair order, you know, good luck trying to, like, for example, revert the exhaust back to stock, right? I know that in some states you have historic laws or antique laws. This car is an antique. It's registered as an antique. So I don't have any problems whatsoever with that. I got no inspections, no emissions, no nothing. So I can do basically whatever I want, and I'm good to go. But for those of you asking, I have been enjoying ownership of my Skyline. It's awesome. I couldn't regret it. I have a review video coming out for this car soon. I was on the fence of whether or not I wanted to review it before I started doing stuff to it or afterwards, but I feel like I'm gonna do both. So, like, I'm gonna do, like, when I first got it, a review video when I first got it, and then a review video after everything that I wanted to do is done to it. I have tons of things planned for this car, like I mentioned before. It's tons of fun. Shout out to Amar, by the way. I'm going to leave his Instagram up above here for a short second, for inspiring me to purchase this car. For those of you who don't know, my drifting Matsuri video a long time ago is the video that inspired me to buy this car. I drove his R32 GTSD 2 hours from Shenandoah back to his house, and I absolutely fell in love with the car, and I've wanted one ever since. So thanks a lot, guys, for watching. I know this is a short video, but I felt like you guys would enjoy it. And I'm going to do a little pull here for you guys. Can't do a lot of pulls because it's raining, but there's a small little pull there for you. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Leave down in the comments below your thoughts. I mean, I know that a lot of people are probably going to get a little butthurt about the fact that I said that it's not a good idea to daily drive this car. And somebody's gonna say, oh, I daily drove my Skyline for 2 years. Bro, that's you, right? But I'm just telling you, it's generally just not a good idea. You can, I'm not saying that you can't, but it's generally just not a good idea. So anyways, guys, leave your thoughts down below. And I think this is the first video of me inside the car. And hopefully you guys enjoyed that. But anyways, guys, it's been your boy, God and Maliga. You can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter. That's down in the description below. And I'm out. Peace.